My problems started at a young age. I was bullied at school, and that caused me to fall into a depression. I was always very sad, insecure, and I thought nobody liked me, everybody hated me. Even though I did grow up with a loving family, I would only hear the words that the people would tell me at school. You know, I wasn't enough, I should just kill myself, why am I even there? And that would just run through my mind every single day. I grew up with that, and I was a very insecure person. I hated who I was, and I really had no desire to live anymore. And that caused me to distance myself from everybody. That caused more problems in my family because I didn't open up to my parents. They didn't know anything that was going on. And I was just a very quiet, distant person. I never tried to commit suicide, but I always had those thoughts. And I just remember walking to school one day, and I just wanted to jump in front of the cars. Something just told me, just jump. All the words that I would hear from people that would bully me at school and would just come to my mind, and I just thought, just end it. Nobody really would care if you are still here or not. But I never actually did anything. I just kept walking, but the thoughts did come, and I reflected on that, and I saw that I was really bad spiritually, emotionally, physically, and I realized that I needed help. And I did want to live. I just didn't know how to find the solution for my problems. So I learned about the Universal Church through my mom and my grandma, because my grandma actually started attending the Universal Church first, and she was cured from paralysis. And my mom then was invited by her, and she started going, and the problems that my parents had economically were resolved as well. So when I started coming to the services on Friday, I was delivered from the depression, from the sadness, from the suicidal thoughts, from the chronic migraines. And to me, it was, a miracle, because I had tried everything. I had tried medication, I had tried looking in others for happiness, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And when I decided to do a pact with God, when I decided to really give it a try and use my faith, I saw God in my life. I saw that He delivered me from all the problems that I was going through, when I saw that no one else can do that for me. So after I was delivered from all my problems, I still felt like there was something inside of me missing. And I remember in the services that I would attend, in the youth group that I would participate in, they would always talk about the Holy Spirit. And I didn't know what that was, and I wanted to know more, because all the people that would talk about the Holy Spirit, I would see how they were, and they were always happy. They had a peace inside of them that, I knew that nothing else could have given them that. I remember saying, I want that. I want to have that. I want to have, an everlasting peace. I want to have that happiness that comes from, from only God. So I got baptized in the waters. I started looking for the Holy Spirit day and night, because I knew the suffering that I had gone through. I knew where God had taken me out of, and I wanted to stay there. And I knew the only way to stay in God's path was to be baptized in the Holy Spirit. So I started to look for the Holy Spirit. I had my encounter with God. Even though God did so many miracles in my family, He did so many miracles in me, the greatest miracle I could have received was the Holy Spirit. Now that I look back, I see two completely different people. I no longer have depression. I am I'm full of happiness, of peace, and I know that I am a blessing to others in lives. Before, I used to think that I was, nobody loved me, nobody cared about me, but now that I know that I am loved, I know that I'm a blessing to others, and I am a new person. I no longer suffer from the chronic migraines either. God has cured me, He has delivered me from the depression, and I'm a new person.